on the tile is Bookshops and Bonedust. I've read the synopsis for you since that's my next one. The one that is following the same tile, I don't know if it's going to be a next read, but it is on the list, is Brigands and Breadknives. I keep saying that wrong. Brigands and Breadknives. And here's the synopsis for that one. Fern has weathered the stillness and storms of the bookseller's life for decades, and now in the face of the crippling inu, transplants herself to the city of Thun to hang out her shingles beside a long-absent friend's coffee shop. What could be a better pairing? Surely a charming renovation montage will cure what ails her. If only things were simple. It turns out that fixing your life isn't one-time prospect, nor as easy as changing the scenery or a lick of paint. The drunken and desperate knight sees the Ratkins waking far from home in the company of a legendary warrior, an outlaw goblin with fondness of silverware, and an absolute thumping hangover. All together, they fend off a rogue galley of ne'er-do-wellers trying to claim the bounty on the goblin's head. Fern might find the courage to step off the beaten path in order to find her true self. So it sounds like it's one of Viv's friends that is also trying to retire, and she retires in Thun near Viv. And then they have an adventure. So that will be exciting to read that one. The next one is Sliders, and this one is something about a boy who has spent money that doesn't belong to him, and now he has to enter an eating contest in order to pay back the money. And I don't know if the person that he spent their money, if they know that or not. So that's that one. Breakout is one where there's a town, and I think that there's a correction facility or a prison nearby, and there is a prisoner that broke out. And it's kind of like how the town reacts, like how they're feeling, how it affects their day-to-day life. It's supposed to be kind of like an insight to what that would be like. And then we have Hipster Death Rattle, and I'm not sure what this one is about, but it's supposed to be funny. So we're going to just go with it and see how it is. Living near Portland, I do know what a hipster is. I have met hipsters. I have been accused of being a hipster, and I don't really have any feelings about that at all. So we'll see what if the book instills any opinions or feelings. So right now I don't have any. So the next one is When Elephants Weep, The Emotional Lives of Animals, and this is one that I'm adding. So here is the synopsis for this one. No one who has lived with animals could deny their capability to feel, but science continues to do just that. The groundbreaking book, the first science since Darwin's time to explore emotions in animal kingdom, proves what lay people have believed, that animals love and suffer. They are lonely, jealous, disappointed, or curious. They mourn their worries, they hate, they anticipate happiness they feel. Meet buffaloes who ice skate for the joy of it. Flint, a chimpanzee who mourned the loss of his mother until he died from grief. Coco, a bashful gorilla proficient in sign language who loves to play house with dolls but only when no one's looking. Crows who damage the gold onion domes of the Kremlin by using it for a slide. Alex, an African gray parrot with an astonishing vocabulary, who when left in the veterinary office shrieked, "Come here, I love you, I'm sorry, I want you back." Based on scientific studies, the anecdote-filled field notes the score of biologists, euthologists, animal trainers, and animal behaviorists. This extraordinary book, at one heart-trending, impeccable research, and compulsively readable, shows just how deeply animals in the wild or in captivity experience emotions, including elephants who weep with tears that wrench our hearts. And then the next new one is going to be Modoc. Spanning severed decades and 3 continents, Modoc is one of the most true animal stories ever told. Raised together in a small German circus town, a boy and an elephant formed a bond that would last their entire lives and will be tested the time again. Through a near-fatal shipwreck in the Indian Ocean, an apprenticeship with the legendary Mahat elephant trainers in the Indian teak forest, and their eventual rise to circus stardom in 1940 New York City, Modoc is a captivating true story of loyalty, friendship, and high adventure to be treasured by animal lovers everywhere. And I have not, but I heard it makes you cry. So I don't know if I'm probably going to cry. We'll see. So those are the 2 that I'm adding to my assortment. And then, of course, we have the book club book that we'll be readdressing on Friday. And if I'm not sure, like if I end up recording, I will update the Discord before Friday. If I end up reading just with you guys on live on Friday, then I will update the Discord then. So I don't know when I'll be putting my thoughts in, but just so you know, I will be reading to chapter 5, by the end of the week, by Friday. So if you don't want to see any spoilers or my thoughts, don't look at it until you read it. So chapter 1 through 5 by Friday, and there will be either a live or a pre-recorded video that you can sprint and read, and then I'll discuss it with you at the end. And then of course the Discord is open, so that's below. So that